Good afternoon. This is YAHALOM, OLAM. I received a vision 2 nights ago after I prayed to God when He asked me to write about the old house versus the new house, which is the old heaven and the new heaven. Just as in the days of King Saul, the old heaven is being removed for the new house and the new heaven, the new king to be raised up. That is in alignment with God of all creation. When I prayed for this vision, I received one that morning, but I've had difficulty um, releasing it, understanding that it wouldn't be well received. And I waited for confirmation, and God of all creation from the house of OLAM took me to Daniel 10:12 a little while ago. And as a confirmation, then he said to me, "Fear not, Daniel, for from the first day that you set your heart to understand and humbled yourself before God, your words have been heard, and I have come because of your words." In Daniel 2, Daniel struggled back then because he was connected and received the truth when all the others in the kingdom could not reveal the dreams. So I received that vision, and then I went to God of creation in prayer, and he said to make a video about the vision that you had that night before last. God of creation revealed to me who the deceiver is that has deceived the world. It won't be comfortable to hear, but I am obedient in putting out the vision of God of all creation that he gave to me to reveal the deception to the world that they have fallen into. He said, I need you to expose who he is. They won't be able to hear or believe the truth because they choose comfortable lies that lead to destruction instead of the truth. But daughter, tell them, so their blood is not on your hands. You have done my will and put out my word and revealed the mysteries that were sealed for a time and unsealed now in the end. Even those that they censor, block, and stop it from being seen and heard, you did my will. All will be held account for preventing my word from getting to my children, the principalities and powers of this fallen kingdom of darkness. Tell them, daughter of man, my love, what the Spirit of the Creator says for all that have ears to hear, let them hear. For those that have eyes to see, let them see. We can only warn them. Sound the trumpet, my fifth angel. What happens next? All have chosen who they serve. Tell them, daughter. And then go back to the part of the vision where I took notes when I woke up. When I received this vision, it was a very uncomfortable vision because it goes against everything that this world knows. But it is a vision from the God of all creation, for he said that the old heaven and old earth must pass away, and that is of this lower 12 dimensions that have been stolen from Yahweh Adonai and Diana Rose Adonai, and stolen by his 7 children and ran by the Deceiver. So this is the vision that I received. We are being hidden right now in Kentucky, USA, which is modern Egypt, modern Babylon, Zion. We have been hidden because we have been hunted by the deceiver. I, the daughter of man, one with the mother of creation, house of OLAM. I am her, she is me. We are one, the flesh, just as my beloved is the Son of Man, one with the Father of all creation, of house of OLAM, one in the flesh as well. So he has hidden us in the cave of transfiguration in the new holy mountain, where he did say he was doing a new thing, and when it springs up, do you perceive it? Because many will be stuck in the old ways and the old teaching and not be able to see and hear the coming of the Son and daughter of man because they are stuck in their old ways, and they will miss it again, just as in the days of Noah, as Noah was also a son of man, until the door was shut. So the vision that I received was us walking outside of the house, me walking outside of the house here during the day, and there was a white stairway, really wide at the bottom, heading up into the clouds. Stairway to heaven had appeared, and as I got towards the top, it became skinnier, and a bunch of Muslim men had ran past me and pushed me aside to get to the top. And when I was at the top, I saw Christ, and I waited patiently to speak with him. And then he walked up to me, and there was a woman with long brown hair standing next to him. And he put his arm around me and explained to me who and Mother M is, and that she is the J-Bell spirit, and he said he needed me to help save her that she fell into darkness. When I got, he walked me to a cashier, which then he wrote on a post-it note, "I love you," and handed it to me. So then I began to look around, and by that point, it was full of people who had coming up the stairs to heaven. And they all had shopping bags, and they were going around to these different stands and buying statues of Christ and books of Christ and all different kinds of trinkets. And they were like frantically stuffing them in, trying to get as much as they can. And so then I had gone back down the stairs, and on the way down, I seen people that I had met throughout my lifetime here. And they were incredibly mean to me, mocking, scoffing, and attacking me as they normally did because I am light. And I found it profound that they had just met Christ and they were on their way back down, but they were still not walking in love as the new commandment that was given. So then I got to the bottom of the steps and I called my beloved, the Son of Man, and I asked where he was, and he said they put him in jail for 38 days. And I knew 38, God usually gives codes. So he got mad at me and hung up. I went back up the stairs, but this time it turned into a ladder, and it was much harder to go up all to the top. And I remember that last rung of ladder, it was really hard to get over, but I made it. I got up to the top and I woke up. When I woke up, I was in shock because I realized I knew that he had told me for the past year who the deceiver was. But it was uncomfortable, and I didn't have eyes to see and ears to hear or heart to receive his word because it was so uncomfortable. But when I prayed last night for clarity, that I didn't want to spread any falsehoods, that I wanted to speak the truth, and he gave me this vision to reveal to me who the deceiver is to the world, but many will not be able to hear nor see this word. So then he explained it to me, and he said that this is the God over which was the great I am, Yahweh and Diana Rose Adonai, over the lower 12 dimensions, who ran heaven. They were removed by their children who killed them and ran the kingdom in their name. And, the seven lampstands, the old seven children, the fallen. This is the fallen kingdom of darkness. This is heck. This entire 12 dimensions has fallen into darkness. They severed themselves from the higher 13 and up dimensions, which is who we are connected to. We are connected to the God of all creation in the 72nd dimension. We exist in and on his body. He is the Ancient of Days who has returned in the end to save his son and daughter, Yahweh and Diana Rose Adonai, and set things back in order to put death back in its place. I, the daughter of man, one with the Holy Mother of creation, is the woman in Revelations 12, wrapped in the Son, which is wrapped in the arms of the Holy Father and Son of creation, house of OLAM. The mother has been hunted, the Holy Mother of creation has been hunted by the dragon since the original fall millions of years ago. Humanity has been prevented from knowing the truth by this fallen kingdom to enslave and control them, for it was told by a God of creation in his holy word as he tried to get messages in through parables and codes to his children about what was happening, that the deceiver would come as an angel of light. He was an angel in heaven that fell. So he knows God's word and God's ways more than humanity does. And it will take wisdom of a serpent and innocence of a dove to know, and only connected to the true spirit of the creator can you really have wisdom in this world, because the HS spirit is the deceiver's beloved, and has deceived the world in the great deception. What you think is light is not light, it is wicked in heart. And God said he was doing a new thing, and when it springs up, would you perceive it, or would you, he will bring springs of living water into the wastelands, which is this is the dead. So many will not be able to receive this truth, just as in the times of Daniel, when only Daniel was connected to the spirit of the creator and he could reveal the truths and unlock the mysteries of the dreams. And it's not comfortable to reveal these truths. but I am being obedient and releasing the true vision and the word of God to his children for those that have eyes to see and ears to hear. After I received this vision, he explained that basically the children have been running amok in the old house and the old heaven, just like in the days of Saul and David, and lording over and enslaving humanity, keeping God out, sealing them in this prison and this firmament, indoctrinating them and telling them lies and stories and removing things and truths from the Bible so they would not know the truth about the prophecies in the end. Many were removed. Um, and he said the vision that he gave me was showing that what they think is heaven is not. It is false light, which is the deceiver, what looks like light but has a wicked heart. And they don't want to give up their kingdom. They want to keep humanity enslaved, and the true Ancient of Days, the one true living God, has come back to set them free. But they continue to choose the darkness, false light, over the one true living God, because it's easy. And he showed me at the top of the steps that it was run like a business to make money, and him exalting himself over God, as we are all just fellow servants to serve for the highest good of creation and to serve God of creation's will. But he exalted himself and made it into a moneymaker, putting his name on all the churches in the Bible, exalting himself above Yahweh, who was the great I am over this lower 12 dimensions, and removing him from everything. Very hard to find information about him. And then the Muslims at the top of the steps, he revealed to us that the angel G, which is the messenger angel, had a white flame just like the Christ did, the Deceiver, and to show us that they were all working together against the great I am. So he revealed to my beloved that he is, you are Yah. I'm not saying their full names because then they can connect to us. They have magic and dark arts connected to a lot of the names. I will continue the rest of this in part 2.